So let's take you back to the situation in Swaziland. As we mentioned, it's still tense in the mountain, or rather in the kingdom. Videos of police allegedly shooting citizens are circulating on social media as pro-democracy protesters intensify calls for the release of 2 members of parliament. For the latest, we're joined now by SABC international news editor Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, what is the latest?
The latest is that MTN, the network operator in Swaziland, has just released a statement informing its subscribers and customers that they won't be available to service their clients because there has been an instruction from the regime, the brutal regime in Eswatini, to cut down connectivity. And it has been very difficult for people to access information. Clearly, the intention is to ensure that the pictures and the visuals that will show the world the brutality of King Swati against his own people will be seen by many around the world. We saw those visuals earlier on. It is very difficult even for media, particularly international media, to get into Swaziland, to be able to report the story on the ground, because the requirement in terms of accreditation to work in Eswatini, it has been tightened deliberately to ensure that there's no flow of information. Yesterday, the UN Secretary General calling on King Swati to stop abusing and harassing and killing and particularly young children. When you look at the visuals and the pictures, you can see those who are injured. It reminds me of the 1976 visuals where the then South African regime, apartheid regime, tried by all means to stop the flow of information and also even arresting journalists. Coincidentally, on the Black Wednesday, October, the month where we are commemorating Black Wednesday, where journalists then were not allowed to disseminate information. That's exactly what's happening in Swaziland right now.
And given this context that you've just painted, Sophie, President Ramaphosa, as a chairman of the SADC organ on politics, defense and security, must find himself in a difficult place. He's been accused of silence. Do we know why?
No reason. No reason, because when you are the chair of organ on politics and defense, what you do, you are supposed to lead the region in terms of peace and stability. When there are political issues, you intervene. You don't have to go personally. You can appoint envoy, or you can ask the Secretariat in Botswana to go. You can send the Minister of International Relations. You can send the Minister of Defense, because it is organ on politics, defense and security. You can even send the Minister of State Security or the Deputy Minister of State Security and the Minister of Police to get first-hand information and convene an urgent troika meeting of SADC to discuss that situation. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. There was a troika meeting 2 weeks ago. The agenda, it was only Mozambique, when already Swaziland was already having this political instability and the security challenges. But on the agenda, it was just Mozambique. For me, I think the leaders should have included in the agenda Swaziland or all the hotspots, so that at least you can be able to respond to the citizens of SADC to say, this is what I have done. But my sources tell me that, or told me earlier on, that it looks like we are going to receive a statement very soon where the chair of organ on politics and defense, South Africa in this case, and President Ramaphosa will be issuing a statement in terms of what is happening. And clearly he has to send people in there in Eswatini to get first-hand information, because the situation is bad and people are asking hard questions. That why do we have this organ when it can't act timeously? I mean, Sunday signs were already there.
International news editor Sophie Mokoena, and later on in the program we will be speaking to Dr. Spetfo Dlamini as well as Dr. Tembi Kosi Dlamini of Oxfam to get a sense of just how deep the crisis is and what can be done.